Hi everyone, welcome to Nareen's Life with MS. This is Nareen and it is December 31st. I kind of jumped the gun over there a little bit. But yeah, it's a little earlier in the evening. I will try to post this once I return from, partying tonight. But essentially, considering it is Hump Day Hurdles, I just wanted to go over a certain Hump Day hurdle that, I did experience today. And that is, this generally tends to happen and I completely disregard it. But at times, you know I do tend to realize the effects of this happening, and it's by the time I do notice it, it is sometimes a little too late, and you know the pain has kind of set in. So yeah, this is something dealing with pain, and that is the fact that sometimes in this generally happens with my left leg especially, where say I am working on something or I'm doing something where I have to constantly keep swiveling my chair. My right leg moves and my left leg does not, and so I tend to twist it in certain ways where it shouldn't be, and it can be in a very uncomfortable place, and because I'm not noticing it, it's there. And then by the time I do notice that it's probably not supposed to be there, like it's all the way off to like the side while I'm facing front. By the time I do notice it, my hips and my knees especially have already started hurting. And I did want to I did want to pretty much mention this just because it is one of those things that, uh, you know, that, I should be a little more mindful of. And, but I normally, because I do not feel any discomfort while doing it, only when it actually when my leg starts becoming a little stiff because of its awkward positioning, that's only when I notice it. But yeah, it is something that I usually disregard, and I start working on something, or I'm at my laptop, or I'm reading a book, or I'm doing something, and my legs are you know not where they're supposed to be. And the end result is, after a little while, it just starts hurting. So here is the one question that I do have for you, which is, um, have you also experienced something like this, where you pretty much disregard the position of your legs, even though they're supposed to be right you know in front of you, or positioned right in front of you, especially when you're sitting down? You just kind of have it like on the sides, and you know and then you disregard it until it starts hurting. So yeah, do share your thoughts, do share your experiences, especially your experiences if you do end up doing things like this, and how you get how do you become more mindful of making sure that your legs are positioned right in front, especially when you're sitting down, positioned right in front of you, so that you're not going to cause any stiffness or any pain in your you know in your hips or your knees or even your ankles going forward, right? Another thing that I do end up doing, and I think I've mentioned this before, is I sometimes tend to cross my legs at the ankles. And while it's fine for my right leg, because that is the one making contact with the floor, because my left ankle is usually the one on top of the right ankle, it tends to not touch the floor, and as a result it also tends to become a little stiff. And so I have definitely experienced events where, as a result of me crossing my ankles like that, um, I tend to notice a little bit of stiffness and pain in my ankles as well. So yeah, I mean, if you do experience this, do share your experiences or your insights on how I can be a little more mindful of where my legs are at, because by the time I do notice it, by the time I do correct it, the damage has already happened, right? There's already some stiffness that exists, or there is some pain that is present. So yeah, please do share your insights, please do share your um, please do share your thoughts, and of course your comments in the comment section, so that we can get the conversation started. And before I leave, I do want to wish you a very happy new year. By the time I probably post it, it might be the new year already for quite a few of you. But despite that, I do hope you do have a great new year, that you do bring it in with a lot of aplomb. And of course, considering that it's the end of 2025, which hasn't been one of the best years for quite a few people, I do hope that everyone does have a better 2026. And with that said, I will bid you adieu and have a great party, and hope you have a great New Year celebration. Thanks.